Hi guys, welcome back. Long time. Got Nods 24 coming up, so I thought I'd do a bit of a track guide. We're just going to cover the GP today. I'm going to break it up into a few different parts, just so it's not so overwhelming for me, and for you. So we're going to cover the GP. A lot of people can make up quite a lot of time here. Okay, so we're just going to get straight into it. Coming up to T1, braking just after the first board on the left, keeping it as far to the left as you can, following the chevrons on the left. Really important, really hard braking zone. 80, 85, try and keep out of the ABS if you can, because it's really going to hurt you later in the lap, especially these hard braking zones. So you're going to start here to see the turning point. See I'm turning in maybe 10 chevrons off the apex, and I'm aiming to that drop down as far to the right as possible, getting straight back on the throttle. It's important. Look how much time I gain. Car in front, dab of brakes, turning back in, get as close to that apex on the left, and then really careful with the traction coming out here. It's really flat. The cars aren't usually set up. The Nürburgring Nordschleife setups aren't usually set up for this track. So again, next braking point, coming in just after the cones, 15-20%. Really use the rotation here. Don't brake too hard, but try and find the rotation in fourth gear. Really important corner. It's a hard one to get used to. Again, the setups aren't usually designed for the GP, so the cars can feel a little bit unstable, but finding the rotation here is quite crucial. So braking just before or just after the cones, find your comfortable middle ground here. Again, we're going to be trail braking into this apex. It's downhill, looking for all the camber on the inside, and we're kind of just setting up for the next corner. So in fourth gear, start the brakes, trail braking down into third at the apex. You see the apex point here, keep it as close to the left as you can. It's quite tempting to push out to the right here. Just try and keep it to the left if you can. It will help your lap times. It will help you rotate the car a little bit more for the next corner coming up, which is another crucial one. Again, this is all downhill, so the car is going to feel a little bit uneasy in these kind of corners. Next corner coming up, keeping it to the left here. You can see I'm not braking too hard here. It's quite important. Start off braking in third gear, and as you're looking ahead now to that right apex, you can see it drops down all the way around this hairpin, and there's a lot of rotation to be found close to the apex, and that is induced by the amount of camber on the insides of this corner. So really try and keep the car into that camber. You can see here the car really starts to rotate. You can really hear the rear tires. You see I've trail braked all the way up to about the 50% point, really keeping it. You see the car in front went a little bit too wide, maybe got on the throttle a bit quicker than me, maybe is definitely faster than me, definitely got a higher I rating, but no, quite important. Hard corner to get used to, but really, really crucial for the start of these laps. The GP, if you have a bad GP but a really good rest of your lap on the Nürburgring, it can still shave 3 or 4 seconds off, and in a 24-hour race, that's the win. So yeah, another crucial corner. The GP is quite crucial here. So again, using all the rotation, letting it go all the way out wide. You can see how much of the track you need to use here. Really crucial point. Positioning the car to the point where the limit is. Around here is, especially on the GP, it's not easy to find the pace around here. I'm still finding pace. Again, I'm not the fastest around here, but I've done a lot of laps, so the people who do know this channel, it's mainly Nürburgring focused. So I do like to think that I can offer something to the community, and it isn't easy. I know there's people on here that find sim racing sort of natural, but others sometimes just need a little bit more support. So we're going to try and do that today. So again, keeping it all the way to the left here, really crucial corner coming up, really hard corner. Again, look how much of the track I'm using all the way on that white line. So coming up to the braking zone here, use all the track. Again, we're using all of the track in every single corner we can. It's quite wide, the GP, compared to the Nordschleife. So use what you have, use all the track. This corner coming up, it's going to be a double apex. So you're going to find the first apex, you're going to go wide, and then you're going to get on the throttle for the exit. A lot of people hold the apex all the way around. You can see how much camber is on that inside right apex there. So use it to your advantage. You can carry a little bit more speed in here. Just be aware that you can understeer if you're going too quick doing this method. However, if you find that middle ground and you find that comfortable pace through here, it's really, really beneficial to double apex this sort of Schumacher line through here. But yeah, you're going to see me find the first apex, so braking about 80% hard braking. You can see I'm already trailing back off, and right now I'm aiming for that apex as far as you can see there on the right, and I'm pretty much going to straight line it and maybe get a car width between us. So about here is where you want to be apex. You can see the camber, you can see how wide this guy's gone in front, and you can see what I'll do next is I don't stop turning, but I just turn less. So see the gap I've created on the right? I've let the car flow out wide, and then you're going to see me start getting back on the throttle early and really capitalize on that initial speed on entry for the exit. You see, found the exit apex there again. It's pushing me all the way out wide. I'm not putting the car wide. It's going wide because that's where it wants to be. And don't try and just follow this line until the pace has been found. Don't go wide until you are at a speed and a comfortable level of pace where the car is naturally going wide on exit. These massive, huge green curves on entry sometimes and on exit are really, really, really good for finding pace on the GP. So use what God gave us. They are really, really good for finding the limit. Okay, another hard corner coming up. So we're going to get on the curb, and it's sort of one of those corners where you can do it a few ways. I'm a little bit conservative through here. I like to save my tyres a little bit because you can. There's a tendency mid corner to understeer a little bit and just scrub those fronts, and trying to save the tyres on these laps is quite important with the lap being so long. So I'm going to get on the curb. The second the car drops down, I'm lifting. You can see the second the car dropped off that curb, I'm lifting, finding that left apex. Don't get on this apex. It will either kill you or shave loads of speed, and you'll end up losing a lot of time. So stay off this one. It's going to force you out wide. Again, look how much the track I've been forced to use because of the entry speed. Getting used to this corner, just you can see the telemetry on screen. For this lap, I should have probably gone through that, but obviously green is throttle and red is brake. So don't try and find these sort of these levels I'm doing. Just ease yourself into it for the first few laps. Next corner coming up, another hard one. You can see I'm braking just before the 100 board, maybe a little bit late on the brakes here, but a really, really hard corner to nail. So you're going to be in third gear and you're going to aim. The car in front did it better than me. You want to be on that green. You want to be, again, using all the track on the left, third gear, really gentle. If you can on exit, you can go wide. So you instantly want to be moving right back over to the left for this next corner. Another hard corner coming up. Tiny little bit of braking here. You do not want to overbrake here. And I actually messed it up this time. I needed to brake a little bit longer. You see I dropped the brakes a bit early. But you really want to aim to get on the throttle early here and let it push you out. Again, I'm not leaving much space. And yeah, next corner coming up. So this one, again, really hard corner. You're going to be... You can't actually see the dash lights, but aim those far right dash lights up with, you can see where the green line is at the top. So I'm braking at about the 75 board, really hard braking, fourth gear, third gear. Really important. You can see I'm already starting to get on the throttle here. Get on the apex and just really trust the car through here. You've got to use, it's easy to get off track here, so just be careful. But just let it push out wide. Next corner coming up, last corner of the GP. Sort of not too far over to the right here, braking. Sort of 3/4 to the right, and then really, really gentle. At this point here, it's very easy to brake traction on exit, so just trail brake all the way up to the corner, second gear, and then really gentle on the exit, keeping it as wide as possible. And there we go. There's part one of the Nords 24 track guide done. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, sub, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.